What's up, guys? How you doing? Well, I hope. Aren't I looking smashing? Looking a little crazy. I actually just got out of the shower. My hair is wet. I didn't feel like doing it. I wanted to sit down and chat with you guys. I wanted to just talk to you, sit down to the camera, have a fun time with you, but I did not want to invest in my appearance, so I hope you can handle it. There's a towel on my head. I have on some like cherry chapstick type stuff. Looking a little bit of a mess, but I hope you don't mind. So I've been wanting to do this kind of video for a while. I have no idea why it got put off, but I'm doing it now and I'm so excited. So I asked on my Instagram, I posted a photo and I said, hey guys, I'm gonna do a Q&A. Let me know what you want to ask. Definitely preferential treatment to the amusing, and you guys are hilarious. There's some really fun like creative questions, and then there's some straightforward stuff that you guys just want to know about me, which I am happy to share. So I'm gonna select a few questions and give you some answers. So let's get started. Phone here with me. I posted this photo, and as you can see, there are lots of, well, you can see if I go to the comments, there are lots of questions here, so I'm gonna ask them from this batch. And yeah, if you aren't following me on Instagram or Twitter, because I also tweeted it, make sure that you are, so that if I do this again, or I just often kind of talk directly to people on Instagram and Twitter. So yeah, follow me and you'll know next time if you didn't know this time. So the first question that popped up is actually from a friend, and you know, there's a lot of questions here, I can't answer them all, but this one's so funny and it's a little bit of a story time. So I'm gonna ask it. The Poof, also known as Christina, she's a writer for a bunch of really cool websites, including Stylecaster. She asked me, what's your least favorite gym and why? And that's because she knows, she saw me ranting, and some of you might have. So I'm a member of New York Sports Club. I have been since like forever, like maybe 2005. So that's over a decade. And suddenly my best friend Patty, she was like, hey, you need to check your bank statement, because I got charged $20 for going to the gym that we always go to. We go swimming together. So I checked my statement and I was charged multiple times because I'd been in there more than her. And basically they had this secret fee that they never announced or told anyone, because they changed their gyms to like certain gyms are elite, etc., etc. And they were charging us $20 per time we visited on top of our monthly fee. So, you know, we both went crazy. We emailed and we called and we did this and that. I got it resolved. They refunded the money, but then also I found out that I was paying more than everyone else because I signed up so long ago, and they've since lowered the fees drastically. I was going to say dramatically and drastically all in one. Dramatically. And yeah, so I was like, you need to like handle that. So the guy was super nice. He handled it. The people on the phone were horrendous. I don't know why women need to be so foul to other women, but there were women on the phone and they were so mean and so like abrupt. And I was like, well, I'm gonna cancel my membership. And they were like, we don't care. But then I talked to a manager at the actual location who was a man, and why was he so nice? Like, women, like, we gotta be better to each other. I'm on the phone, I'm being super polite, super nice, asking questions, and they were just so rude. But anyway, that is kind of the double-edged sword. So I like the gym because they have a pool and it's convenient to my life. There's a sauna, etc. But also they pulled some shicey, shady shenanigans and I was not into it. So Legally Red wants to know what's on my Christmas list. I could go on and on. This whole video could be about my Christmas list. I'm not normally obsessed with the gift part of the holiday because I just love Christmas, the vibes, what it's about. Jesus is the reason for the season, plus Santa, like everybody. I'm just into it. I love the decorating. I love the family time. I love the treats. I love everything just being cozy and cute. I'm obsessed. And I'm also a Christmas baby. So, you know, it's kind of Christmas and birthday for me that time of year. But there are a couple things that I'm dying for. There's this one Louis Vuitton bag that I've been obsessed with. It's red. It's gorgeous. And I haven't treated myself to a luxury bag in a little bit of a while. Not all year. I think last year might have been the last time. And then I also want this ring that I saw that's so beautiful. And outside of that, like, I just want like cute winter accessories. I want some cute beanies as gifts and stuff like that. I love always getting makeup for my family. They usually do like Sephora stuff for me. So that's kind of like, there's two big ones, and then they're like, oh, okay, normal Christmassy type gifts. But the two big ones might have to be a treat yourself moment. I also would really love to invest in like a new camera, so for these like sit down moments, but I kind of feel like it's work related, but it's also treat yourself. So I don't know, will I be responsible or will I be a mess? Who can say? So Rafaela Hyman killed it. She said, would I rather give up highlighter forever or give up earrings forever? If that is not a conundrum, I don't know what is. If that is not like setting my life up for unhappiness, I don't know. So like, so if I chose giving up highlighter forever, could I, oh, no highlight? I'm not even wearing makeup and I put on highlight. Highlight, chapstick, eyebrows, that's what we're doing right now. Highlight, all right, well, no earrings. Oh. This one's mean. This one's mean, Rafaela. I can't choose. I'm gonna go with no earrings. And then I'm just gonna like grow my hair out, wear really big hair, and my ears will be covered anyway. No earrings, highlight forever. Forever. You guys are getting mad creative on these. So Dust Dawns wants to know, what's the one thing you can't live without? Part 2, what's the thing you could live without? Like if it didn't exist, you wouldn't care. I gotta give this one some thought. I think if I'm gonna be completely honest in this 2017 moment, and I'm gonna go with like, not like your family and love and stuff like that. I'm gonna go with like possessions. I don't think I could live without my phone. I'm completely addicted to my phone. I'm one of those people, I'm always on it, I'm looking at it. I can be, you know, if I'm engaged with people, I can certainly set my phone down and be in the moment. But if I don't have to, like, yeah, I wanna look at pictures and scroll through Instagram, and I'm always clicking and taking photos and all that. So I don't think I could live without my phone. Something that if it didn't exist, I wouldn't care. Snow. Yeah, because I never want to see snow again for the rest of my life. Does that count? Maybe. Make N. Sullivan, I think is her name, wants to know, what's my least favorite, weirdest fashion trend happening currently? I'm such a trend monster. Like, there's not really a trend that I think is weird or I don't like. It's more that I just wouldn't wear it. But I love that shenanigans become trends. Like, I love when something ridiculous goes like viral, so to speak, and everyone does it, just because I just like the sort of marketing mind behind that, and people sort of following suit and doing like weird shit all together. I don't know, I don't mind it. But one trend that I definitely have seen and will not be participating in is definitely like the clear denim. I think it looks super cool on certain people. So it's like basically jeans with like a plastic clear tab on the front. And I don't hate the way it looks, but I would personally never, ever, ever wear it because it seems so wildly uncomfortable. I could not have like steam coming from the front of my thighs and beads of sweat, you know, percolating down the front of my jeans. This is not a good look, so I'm gonna skip that one. Forgive my squinting. I have the light on for you guys because I'm like just sitting here and my eyes are super light sensitive, so I look good though, right? Suffer for the people. Gassieri, I think it is, wants to know, she asked like 6 questions. I'm gonna give an answer to one of these. What do I watch on TV? Say, I can watch Big Bang Theory any day, anytime, anything. I can watch The Office. I've watched The Office when it was happening. I watched it on Netflix. I watched it on TBS when they played it every day forever. I basically just start at season 1, watch the entire series, and then start over again like forever. It's what I put on to go to sleep. So that, but then I also love Scandal. This season kind of sucks, but like I was super into it in the beginning. I love Game of Thrones, like hardcore, diehard Game of Thrones person. And then I love like 90s throwback TV, like, or even 80s, like The Cosby Show, just like stuff I watched when I was a little kid. Yeah, so bunch of TV shows I love to watch. And then there are like cool like Netflixy things that I like. I just finished something about a girl who's a maid. I can't remember. I watched Handmaid's Tale. I like Blackish because I just love supporting that show. Yeah, bunch of stuff. I'm like into TV. I don't have a lot of time to commit to TV, but I love it in a Netflix format / Hulu. Like watch it at my leisure, watch it as I'm traveling, watch it on the go. So yeah, that's what I do. There Goes Dina wants to know, besides slaying, what do you do for a living? Yeah, so that's a long, complicated question. Not really, but the short story is that I was a publicist, am a publicist for forever, like since I was a baby Kelly. So PR, which has evolved into marketing and social media, blogging, YouTube, etc. I consult for companies. I help them think of engaging, cool things to do to get noticed. I created the Gabby Fresh for Swimsuits for All collaboration. So I brought Gabby to them and facilitated that and all of that. The Catherine trips that you guys see if you follow all of bloggers going on like trips and stuff. So those are probably the things that you guys would recognize, but then I've worked with like Pepsi and all sorts of larger brands as well. Caitlin Sags wants to know, how do I remain so confident in a hateful world? Let me know in the comments below if you want me to do a video on confidence, because it's probably the #1 comment that I get, but it's the thing that I address the least. And it's a little on purpose because it just feels sort of pointed, and from you guys, I know it's not. I know that you want to be proud of yourself and love yourself and be able to push past anything anyone says to you. And it's something that we all work on. I think the thing that is important to remember is that every single human, male, female, and beyond, has to work on their confidence. Whether you see someone who with super bravado and they seem super into themselves or obsessed with themselves, or whatever the case may be, everybody has to work on their confidence. So when you know that it's not just you, when you know that you're not alone in that, and that everyone, no matter their shape, their size, their color, their gender, etc., has to work on their confidence, then I think it just becomes like this, you understand it's part of the human condition. We judge ourselves, we're harsh on ourselves, we, you know, have all these outside influences, whether it's media and social media and other people, family members, etc., judging us and putting a lot of pressure on us. Whatever the case may be, you need to know that everyone feels that, and all you need to do is talk to yourself. And everyone says it, it's the same thing. It's like all the stuff that was instilled in me. How I'm so confident is because I had a fantastic mother. I was never skinny. Never, never, never. Even when I was on the swim team, even when I was on the tennis team, even when I was, you know, doing all the things that kids do. I wasn't just sitting around eating hamburgers and being lazy. I played outside, I rode my bike. My mom put me in every kind of activity, every kind of camp, and I was still bigger than everyone else. And so she just, you know, constantly reiterated to me that I was beautiful and capable and worthy and all of that stuff. And what you don't get from other people, you need to give to yourself first. And then you're not needing it from other places. It'll come because confidence is attractive, you know. I wasn't really ever lacking for a boyfriend or male attention or anything like that. And it's because men are attracted to confidence. I walk in a room like I own the place because why not? Every other girl did, you know, so why should I feel less than anyone else? I just don't believe that I am. And so when you know that you are loving and thoughtful and a great friend and have so much to offer the world, and you know, you're just as pretty and fine as everybody else, then why shouldn't you be confident? So we'll talk about that, but that's kind of my thinking on that, and that's how I've always approached the world. I approach the world as if I deserve to be here. I approach the world as if I have something to offer, because I do. So yeah, that's that. Ronnie67 wants to know, Nakey or jammies? Nakey. Who is Mackenzie Thornton wants to know, if I can only have one color in my wardrobe and it cannot be black or white, what would it be? Now you already know what the color is red. But subject to change, because next season I might hate red. And I don't think I'll hate red, but I might not be so obsessed with it because I'm a trend monster. So yeah, right now it's red. Next season it might be yellow, who knows? So Alexis CMD blah 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 wants to know what made me start YouTube and any tips for beginner fashion bloggers and YouTubers. So here's the thing. I started blogging in 2012, and at the same time I started a YouTube channel because I thought that's just what you do. So I did a couple hauls. They actually went over really well, but I thought that like the filming, the editing, whatever, it's so much more labor intensive than blogging. It's so much more work. And so I wanted to focus on one to grow it. I felt like if I was spreading myself thin, then you know, neither one would be great. So I chose to focus on blogging. And so my blog has done very well and it gets a lot of good attention and media and stuff like that. But I know, you know, I like to pay attention, and I think that video is the future. It's not a coincidence that Instagram and Facebook and all the other apps have been adding video features. And I thought it also was like, to be honest, it's harder, and I wanted to challenge myself and I wanted to push myself. I really love editing. I made one. I loved creating the video. I love the filming of it. I love editing and all of that. So it was allowing me to flex a different muscle in my mind. And also it's just brought me so much closer to you guys. I know that my blog audience and my YouTube audience are totally different, but the way that you guys engage and how, you know, just, you know, talkative you are, and how much you're just so caring and you're passionate about what I'm sharing with you, and you know, the little silliest things about, you know, my personality that are, you know, so just personal to me or whatever. You're such a loving community, and I'm obsessed with you guys. And so I'm just so glad that I actually started to make videos last year and have continued it. And this year really coming into my own, deciding like what kind of videos I want to make once I've started filming stuff and learning what you guys like, has been so helpful. But yeah, I'm really into YouTube, and I'm so glad I did. I would say my tip for someone beginning is that, one, you need to understand it's so crowded now. It's so crowded. Everyone's a blogger, everyone's a YouTuber. So you need to not replicate things that you see. You need to decide, you know, what parts of yourself are special and authentic and unique, and you need to put them out there in that exact way. You need to be thoughtful about the kind of content you're going to create. You need to you know, focus on what's special about you. Like for me, I think that, you know, style and, you know, sort of taking fashion risks and stuff like that make me different. And so that's kind of what I focus on. And so, yeah, I don't make 100 beauty videos because that's not my gift, you know? So that would be what I would say to anyone who's looking to start. Know that it's crowded, and know that you need to really present high level work because everyone's out there. Julius, I think is how you say it, Dreams, wants to know if I could go anywhere in the world, where would it be? I'm dying to go east. I want to go to Bali. I want to go to Indonesia. Bali's in Indonesia. I want to go to Australia. I want to go to Tokyo. I definitely want to go to Thailand and Vietnam. So those are just some of the places that I'm dying to go, and I'm definitely making some pretty immediate plans to do it, hopefully in 2018. Fingers crossed. Arkanjay, I think is how you say it, wants to know what is my pet peeve about the plus size community, if any. This one's a little tricky, and it's hard to well, it's not hard to explain, but it's a little tricky. My pet peeve is that when it comes to plus size like influencers or the models that people use for brands, for clothing, when you're a skinny blogger, a skinny fashion blogger, people are obsessed with you because of your style, because of the way you dress. They love your outfits. They love how you put clothes together. I mean, I'm sure there's some degrees of this in that as well, but there's something just more insidious about it in our community, which is that I don't think that many women are, you know, looking at fashion bloggers for the fashion, or fashion YouTubers for the fashion. It's like more body worship. Like when you read the comments of some people, they post an outfit and it's like, oh my God, I wish my stomach was flat. I wish I had your thighs. I wish my arms were smaller. And so we're body worshiping, which is fine to appreciate someone's figure and to love it. But, you know, there's more than one way to be plus size, and we're not all a perfectly, you know, solid stacked size 16. You know, everyone can't look like Ashley Graham. She's a supermodel for a reason, right? However, there are other ways that, you know, being plus size is attractive, and I just wish we paid more attention to the clothes. I wish we paid more attention to how someone can put an outfit together, how they can really, you know, present cool ideas that you didn't think of and then you want to emulate because they're cool. So I think that would be my number one pet peeve. And then secondly, and I completely understand, like, whether you're in college, whether you have a lot of kids, you know, everyone's budgets are different, and there's absolutely nothing wrong with thrifting, going to Forever 21 and all those things, but everything can't be, you know, under $25. So when you see something and it costs $50, $75, $100, you know, that's what it costs. And if you can't afford it, then you need to choose another item. Like, there's plenty of things that I can't afford. I have to pick something else. And so we all work within our budgets, but when we expect everything to be $25 or less, I think it scares brands off, because they see, you know, the overwhelming part of a community saying they don't want to pay for clothes, which is just not true, you know, for everyone. And then in the same breath, someone will say, that Marc Jacobs or that Gucci, why don't they make that in my size? It's like, the jacket is $2,500, if not $4,000, you know? A YSL jacket is $4K, if not 10. So, you know, it doesn't matter that it's not your size, because you're not buying it anyway. You know, I'm not either. I'm not spending $10,000 on a jacket. I'm just not. I don't have it like that. So those are two things. And it's like, it's no judgment. I look at certain women and I'm like, man, her body is banging. But I also can look at a woman whose body is not conventional, my own, plenty of other women. If you're top heavy, if you have a belly, if you have a larger arm, whatever the case may be, the stuff that's not celebrated, and admire someone's style. So, and I feel like I kind of get lost in that. I kind of get like, when I wear something tight, people are like, oh my God, you lost weight, you look so good. And it's like, I didn't lose weight, it's just tight. And I know how to dress myself thin. I'm 5'10", and I'm a bit top heavy, but it's very easy for me to dress myself smaller. But when I get dressed in the morning, looking skinnier isn't the number one thing in my mind. Looking cool, looking elevated, maybe looking expensive, whatever. Those are the things that play more in my mind. Looking like I'm creative, looking like I'm fly, looking like I know how to get dressed. Those are the things in my mind over, you know, do these pants make me look this much smaller? Does this dress make me look this much smaller? That's not my priority, personally. This is gonna be the last question. I answered so many because I just thought so many of them were good, but Buzz Buckingham wants to know, in my current wisdom, the things that are in my mind right now, what would I tell 21-year-old Kelly? 21-year-old Kelly was a boss, not gonna lie. I used to hang out a lot. I went to clubs a lot. I partied a lot, but I was super focused. Like, I knew that there was something, I didn't know what, but I knew there was something out there for me. And I knew that if I just kept like listening to God, trusting, in, you know, him having my back, and trusting in the fact that my parents raised me right and I could make good decisions, I would just tell 21-year-old Kelly to keep going, keep pushing, work harder, and to just kind of keep your eye on the prize, because it's coming. It's coming. That is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I really loved making this video. I'm definitely gonna do another one, so if you missed the opportunity, again, make sure you're following me on Instagram so that you will notice when I say submit questions. Thank you so much to everyone who submitted questions. I love you guys so much. You know that. I'm gonna go dry my hair or do something. Love you, mean it. Bye.